Is a major Cowboys move finally about to happen, and are they really the top landing spot for a star linebacker? Insiders are pointing directly at Dallas, sparking excitement and skepticism at the same time. Some believe this addition could instantly fix one of the Cowboys' biggest defensive weaknesses and elevate the unit under the new staff. Others warn it could be another splashy move that doesn't solve deeper issues. Why is Dallas suddenly leading the race, and what changed behind the scenes? One detail in the insider report suggests this pursuit is far more advanced than fans realize. Major moves are brewing in Dallas, and trust me, this is one of those moments where you need to sit up and pay attention, because league insiders are starting to whisper something that could completely change the direction of the Cowboys' defense. We're talking about a star linebacker, a proven difference maker, and according to multiple NFL sources, the Dallas Cowboys are now being labeled as the top landing spot. Not a contender. Not one of many teams. The top landing spot. And when insiders start using that language around the Cowboys, you know something real is happening behind the scenes. Right now, the Cowboys are at a crossroads. This team is too talented to keep falling short, too expensive to stand still, and too proud to accept another season of almost. Jerry Jones knows it. The front office knows it. The coaching staff definitely knows it. And most importantly, the locker room knows it. This offseason isn't about small tweaks or depth signings anymore. This is about impact. This is about urgency. This is about making a move that sends a message to the rest of the NFC and the entire NFL that Dallas is done waiting. Over the last few weeks, insiders around the league have been circling one idea again and again. The Cowboys' defense, as good as it has been statistically, still lacks one thing when the games matter most. A true tone setter at linebacker. Someone who commands the middle of the field. Someone offenses have to account for before the snap. Someone who can erase mistakes, close running lanes, spy mobile quarterbacks, and bring leadership when things get tight in January. And that's exactly why this star linebacker's name keeps coming up in connection with Dallas. Sources say Dallas has quietly been doing its homework. Film study, contract projections, trade scenarios, free agency math, all of it. This isn't just fans connecting dots on social media. This is league insiders, people with front office connections, saying the Cowboys are positioned better than anyone else to make this move happen. Cap flexibility is tighter than it used to be, but Dallas has options. Restructures. Extensions. Creative accounting. And when Jerry Jones wants something badly enough, history tells us he finds a way. What makes this situation even more interesting is timing. This potential move lines up perfectly with where the Cowboys are as a roster. Micah Parsons is already one of the most dominant defenders in football, but he's been asked to do everything. Rush the passer. Set the edge. Drop into coverage. Be the emotional leader. Imagine pairing him with a true star linebacker who can handle the dirty work in the middle. Someone who frees Micah to be even more dangerous. That's not just an upgrade. That's a transformation. Insiders are saying Dallas sees this as a multiplier move. Not just adding talent, but maximizing everyone else. Better run defense means fewer long drives. Fewer long drives means more opportunities for the offense. More leads mean more chances for the pass rush to hunt. This is how championship teams think. This is chess, not checkers. And let's be honest, the Cowboys have been burned before by not being aggressive enough. We've seen years where the roster was one move away and the move never came. We've seen playoff exits where the defense couldn't get off the field or couldn't adjust. That memory still stings inside the organization. That's why this insider report matters so much. It suggests Dallas isn't sitting back this time. They're positioning themselves to strike. Another key factor here is the linebacker market itself. This isn't a deep pool of elite talent. True three-down linebackers who can cover, tackle, blitz, and lead are rare. When one becomes available, teams don't hesitate. And according to people around the league, Dallas has been more aggressive in its interest than most are willing to admit publicly. Quiet conversations. Background checks. Medical reviews. All the signs of a team preparing for something big. There's also the leadership angle. The Cowboys defense has stars, but leadership isn't always about stats. It's about communication, alignment, accountability. This star linebacker is known league-wide as a film junkie, a field general, someone who gets teammates lined up before the snap and chews them out if they miss an assignment. That type of presence has value you don't see on the box score. Dallas knows that, especially after playoff games where small mistakes became fatal. Financially, this move makes sense too, even if it looks complicated on the surface. The Cowboys have key contracts coming up, but they also have flexibility if they choose to use it. Extensions for cornerstone players can lower cap hits. Veterans can be moved. Contracts can be restructured. This front office has shown more creativity recently than it gets credit for. Insiders believe Dallas has already mapped out multiple paths to make the numbers work if they decide to go all in. And here's where things get really interesting. Other teams are interested, sure, but Dallas offers something most can't. A win-now roster, national spotlight, defensive stars already in place, and a clear role waiting to be filled. From a player's perspective, this is appealing. You're not walking into a rebuild. You're stepping into a defense that's already dangerous and becoming the missing piece. Insiders say that matters more than people think. The coaching staff is another piece of the puzzle. Scheme fit matters, and this linebacker fits what Dallas wants to do defensively almost perfectly. Speed, instincts, versatility. Someone who can stay on the field in nickel and dime packages without becoming a liability. Someone offenses can't isolate with mismatches. Dallas has been burned by that in the past. This move would help close that gap. What you're seeing right now is the calm before the storm. The kind of quiet period that comes before a major announcement. No flashy headlines yet, no official leaks, but enough smoke that you can feel the fire building. Insiders don't throw around phrases like top landing spot casually. That language is intentional. It's meant to signal that if this player moves, Dallas is at the front of the line. And if this move happens, the ripple effect across the NFC would be immediate. Suddenly, the Cowboys' defense looks faster, tougher, smarter. Suddenly, teams like the Eagles and 49ers have to account for another problem. Suddenly, those short yardage situations and middle of the field throws become much harder. This is the kind of move that changes game plans before kickoff. There's also a message being sent internally. To the locker room, it says the front office believes in you. To the stars on this team, it says we're trying to win right now. To the fan base, it says we hear you. We know talent alone isn't enough. We know something has been missing. And we're going to try to fix it. Of course, nothing is official yet. This is the NFL, and things can change fast. Negotiations stall. Prices rise. Other teams jump in. But the fact that Dallas is being talked about this way tells you everything you need to know. They're in the mix. They're serious. And they're closer than people think. So now the question becomes, how aggressive will Jerry Jones be? Will Dallas finally push the chips to the center of the table? Will they take the risk that championship teams take? Insiders seem to believe the answer is yes. Not reckless, not desperate, but calculated and bold. If this move goes down, don't be surprised if it happens fast. These situations often do. One phone call, one agreement, and suddenly the news breaks and the league reacts. And when it does, don't be shocked if the Cowboys are the ones standing at the center of it all. This could be the move that reshapes the Cowboys' defense for the next several seasons. The move that takes pressure off Micah Parsons. The move that turns close losses into wins. The move that finally answers the question of whether Dallas is willing to do what it takes. Keep your eyes open. Watch the insider reports. Pay attention to the silence, because sometimes silence is the loudest sign of all. A major Cowboys move is coming, and if the insiders are right, Dallas is about to become the landing spot everyone saw coming, just not this soon. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want instant updates the moment this story develops, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because the second this move becomes official, We'll be all over it. Cowboys Nation, buckle up. This offseason just got very interesting.